45 songs. Damn. Take a picture with Taylor. Bro, this is exactly how I would look. Me and him are the same height. The type I'm on, you wouldn't understand. Alright, so guys, I figured we might as well just do this. After that last video, I was kind of curious as to why Taylor Swift gets so much hate. Like, I think on social media, especially like TikTok and definitely Instagram, I feel like Instagram is definitely like the side that I kind of see a lot of like hate stuff. But I do think Taylor Swift does have a lot of haters. So there's a video by Ben Farr, I think that's his name. His video is literally titled "Why Taylor Swift Has So Many Haters." So definitely like, subscribe over to his channel, definitely support him. And I kind of want to get, you know, some like insight as to exactly as to what kind of fandom that we're going to be diving into. So in the comment section down below, like, what's some other videos you think will help kind of just like help me understand as to what is all of this beef? I said beef. I think it's just probably like a lot of, I'm gonna call it now. It's probably gonna be a lot of people who hated her for the people that she's dated. Like, you know, just jealous fans.
On January 21st, 2024, the Chiefs played the
Bills.
Oh,
we're starting off with
NFL
the Chiefs.
Playoffs. But for over 20...
That's crazy.
On January 21st, 2024, the Chiefs
I did not expect the Chiefs to start us off.
But for over 20% of the fans watching, the game wasn't their main focus. That's because of the 71,000 people in the crowd, one of them was Taylor Swift. Since the start of the era...
I do have to agree to that part right there. I do think that during that Super Bowl, it was honestly... boom, turn to Taylor. Boom, turn to Taylor. What's Taylor doing? Oh, what's Ice Spice doing? What the hell is Ice Spice doing with her hands? Boom, what's Taylor doing again? Like, every few minutes, it kept going to Taylor instead of the game. Granted, I'm not even like a football fan like that, bro. Like, you know, shouts to Giants. But I will always just, like, you know, tap in for the Super Bowl from time to time. But that was a weird year. Like, it was super on her. Like, super hyper-focused on Taylor. Let's go over to the big
Taylor has
actually.
skyrocketed to new levels of fame, and Swifties love following
her
that was the online. Her trips,
wait, hold
her
on.
shows.
That was Blake Lively, wasn't it?
Skyrocketed to new levels of fame, and Swifties love.
Yeah, I remember that. Who the hell is that though? I have no idea who that person next to her is.
Following her life online, her trips, her shows, and even her relationships. But not everybody loves her. Just 1 week after the game, Mike Crispy, an ultra-conservative talk show host, called her relationship a psyop. He said that the NFL was rigged for the Chiefs.
Oh, what? Why does it look like that? What the hell?
Relationship a psyop. He said that the NFL was rigged for the Chiefs, and that once they won the Super Bowl, Taylor was going to speak, trying to convert viewers into Biden voters. If you're like me, you probably think that that sounds ridiculous. But the deeper that I looked into this story, the more questions I found myself asking. So let's learn more about Taylor Swift's rise to...
That's how she used to look? Oh my God. Yo, talk about a glow up, bro. Damn. I did not know that was her.
Asking. So let's learn more.
Wow.
About Taylor Swift's rise to fame and why there are so many conspiracies about her. Tell me. Over 96,000 people are flooding into MCG in Melbourne to see Taylor Swift. This show will be her 80th and biggest to date of the Eras Tour. Over the last year, Taylor has visited 28 cities, playing for over 5.7 million people in total. Her fans have been planning their era-themed outfits for months, making friendship bracelets.
Oh, you know what? I remember. I had a coworker at American Eagle who was super ecstatic about this whole tour, and I remember seeing her and I was just like, what's the theme going on? Like, it was a lot of bracelets going on, like a lot of like glitter, but I didn't understand the concept. So I can finally, I think it's been like 6 years since then, but like I can finally know exactly as to what was going on now.
Weeks and waiting in lines to get in for hours. And in case you missed it, like I did, let's talk about what happens at the show. The Eras Tour set is long. It's over 3.5 hours and it features over 45 songs. The reason it's called the Eras Tour.
45 songs? Wait, hold on. 3 hours. 3 hours. 3 hours. 3 hours. 3 hours for 45 songs. It makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Because like in my head, I was thinking, yo, we're sitting here for 3 hours, but she's performing 45 songs. Damn. That's a lot of endurance. Shout outs to her for that, bro.
Is because she covers all 10 of her albums or eras throughout the night. And as of last month, she added her 11th album to the tour as well.
Oh, he made it there.
As Taylor goes through her eras, there are unique feels, outfits, stage setups, and atmospheres for each one. But the real reason that this tour is successful isn't because of the music or the show.
Because of Travis Kelce.
Because of the community.
Oh,
From
my
the
bad.
friendship bracelets to the surprise songs, there are little elements at these shows that make...
So that's why they had the bracelets, bro. I kept thinking the bracelets were just like an aesthetic thing. I didn't think it was them giving the bracelets away. That's smart. That's smart. That's some good shit. I need to go to more concerts.
You feel like you're a part of the in crowd and that make these shows once in a lifetime experiences, including little fan chants and rituals that happen at the show.
Oh, they have fan chants?
No joke, there are so many fan chants and rituals in this tour that one Reddit user even made a spreadsheet to guide fans. This tour is unlike anything that's ever been done in the music industry, but it wasn't meant to be this way. In 2020, Taylor was planning a tour called Loverfest around
we just did
when
this
one. Was canceled because of the pandemic, she decided to focus on making music instead. So in just a few years, she put out 3 albums and 2 re-recorded albums in that time span. Once she was finally able to tour again, she kind of had a problem. How would she play all 4 of her unrecorded albums in one performance? And then she got an idea. What if she put together...
She had 4 albums during the pandemic? 4 albums? Yo, that's... I feel like most people just took a break during the pandemic, but for her to be cooking the entire time, Shorty was sitting here just like, all right, I'm at home. We got the stew. We got the guitars. Boom, let's get activated, bro. That's kind of tough. That's tough. That's tough.
Together all of her albums to take her fans on a journey through all of her past music. For months, she planned out her tour, perfecting...
You know what she could have done for all 4 albums? Bro, she could have done the Tory live radio show. Like, yo, y'all remember when Tory Lanez was on live every single day? Just like he was pure entertainment during the pandemic, yo. Shouts to Tory Lanez. I think he's out, right? Is he out yet? No, I don't think he is. I don't know.
Each song choice and nailing the choreography, stage design, and more. On top of training physically to be able to handle the demands of performing for 3 hours. And
3 hours is crazy.
The Eras Tour was born. This tour set records as the highest grossing tour of all time, and it grew her fan base to new record highs. The reviews for this tour are overwhelmingly positive, calling it a moment in history over a musical performance. But the other side of that is that it made her haters way louder. If you take a look at Twitter, you'll see a lot of fans, but you'll also see a lot of haters. Now, throughout the Eras Tour, there have been huge controversies, from Ticketmaster crashes to even a fan dying at the...
A fan died? A fan died at the show? What the fuck? What? Nah.
From Ticketmaster crashes to even a fan dying at the Brazil show.
That's crazy.
Weren't her fault. In fact, the US government sued Ticketmaster after this, but they definitely brought a lot of attention to Taylor, and the tweets started to flow.
Wait, but then like, why would they blame her though? That's not her fault, bro. Like, if someone KOs at her concert, like, how is she supposed to see one person out of like a million people there, bro? Like, it's it's not reasonable. And I feel like that's like the biggest issues with like some fandoms or like really some haters. It's the issue with haters because they will like to just point the finger and not really just like kind of think about it. Like why should I be mad at the person? Like just give it a few seconds. Like really think. If I'm in a sea of people and you have no idea what my name is, how the hell would you have saw me if I'm performing? Like you're performing on stage. Just not a way to just notice one person die. Like granted, I have to say the crowd could have said something. Like the crowd could have been in control. Cause I do recall like a few artists where like somebody will pass out and the crowd will get the attention of the artist and the artist will be like, yo guys, get him some water, somebody call the ambulance. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's not her fault for not noticing because like, yo, it's too many people, bro. And like, especially with everyone being excited. So I don't blame her for that one, but it is kind of sad. So it's unfortunate that one person lost their life.
Taylor Swift is not the best songwriter of this decade. Taylor Swift is awful. Music is bad, bland as a person, and so problematic.
Yeah, I feel like that is just hating to hate. Like they're just here for the pure love of the game. I don't know how Reverse Flash got into these tweets, but yo, it's just crazy.
Or my personal favorite, worshiping Taylor Swift is a sin. Here's the truth. This tour attracted a lot of attention.
All right. I wouldn't say it's a sin, but I do think it is kind of strange how celebrities get worshipped as like idols. You know what I'm saying? Like it's at times I do kind of like wonder like, yo, you have to chill with how much you like a celebrity and where you want to just like rip their face off and put it on your face. Like that like thin line is a little terrifying to me because I'm like, I like people. Like I'm always gonna be like, yo, this person is cool. Like this celebrity is like really dope. Granted, if you introduce me to a celebrity, I'm probably not gonna care unless it's John Legend. If it's John Legend, I'm gonna shake his hand, like, you know, super ecstatic. Whole time, I'm be crying because I finally get to meet him in person. Like, I am not the type of person to be excited about meeting new people until it's John Legend.
Attention to Taylor Swift, good and bad. And knowing that Taylor herself is liberal,
it's good old Joe.
Very quickly. But this is nothing new for her. Taylor has gotten hate since the very beginning of her career. So let's take a look back to see how this has changed over time.
Why did the guy with all that hair look familiar?
Over the last 18 years, Taylor
it's been 18 years?
11 albums that break down into 3 different genres: country, pop, and folk. She got started with
I ain't gonna lie. I only knew her from country. I think it was country or was it pop? I think it was pop. He's gonna probably get into it. He's probably gonna get into it.
Country music back in 2006, and her second album, Fearless, blew up to #1 in 2009. This album got her winning her first ever awards, from Grammys to VMAs.
I feel like I've seen this video.
Actually went pretty badly. While accepting her VMA, Kanye West stole the mic, claiming that Beyonce deserved it more. At the time...
Wait, hold on. Was she dating Taylor Lautner at this time? Because, like, he was in the background of it. Because, like, hear me out. Kanye, big celebrity at the time. Thank you for graduation. As of right now, we don't give a fuck about you, bro. But, if I was Taylor Lautner and you're dating Taylor Swift, if some other grown man just runs up on stage and grabs her trophy from her, I feel as if that's your moment to step. No, actually, even though times are different, we've seen what happens when you step out of line. So he probably had no choice but to kind of sit back, because then he would have been, boom, blackballed from all of Hollywood. So we can't have that situation. Shout out to Taylor Lautner.
Nearly everyone was on Taylor's side, but it started the first public
that shit was crazy.
She pushed through though, putting out her final country album, Speak Now, which was #4 in 2012. For her next album, Red, she changed everything, moving away from country and into pop music. But the thing is that a lot of people didn't like that she was breaking from her lane in country. So for the next few years, it actually became cool to hate on Taylor Swift for this change. I guess a lot of people see pop music as bland and boring, so
I can see why, Because I feel like no one was able to relate to pop at the time. Like everything was like 2012 to like 2015. Everybody was just like super like party music, EDM. So I can see why they were hating on her. But I think it was only because of an era thing. Like it was just in that phase by itself. Pop music wasn't cool anymore. So I think that's the only reason as to why she could have been hated on. But let me let him talk.
Her switching over was her losing her character or something like that. So for her next two albums, 1989 and 2014, and Reputation in 2017, she continued
Wait a minute, hold on.
fully into pop.
Hold on, wait. The guy who did the backflip. Oh, no, I thought
14,
for a second, I thought that was somebody I knew.
2017, she continued to go fully into pop. These albums were both #1, well, behind the Frozen.
Can we see that? Hold on.
To go fully into pop.
What was
These albums
on
were
there?
Both #1.
All right, so these are some strong songs to go against, though. Like Recovery, Adele's 21, the 2020 Experience, yo, Justin Timberlake's album in 2013. I think that was one of the first albums I ever bought on my MacBook. Like, bro, that album, I think it cost me like $20. But like, yo, that was a $20 well spent, bro. That was a beautiful album. And then 2014, 1989. I didn't hear in 2014, to be honest with you. And then 2017, yeah, this is the era that I'm telling y'all. Like, I don't think pop was as good versus like R&B, hip hop, like EDM. Like it was a huge competition at the time. So it makes sense as to why there were so many haters. Because like anybody who's in country, anybody who's in R&B, they were just like, oh, why is she down? Like kind of changing like what brought her up here. So I can see why, but it's kind of just like unjustifiable because like of just what was going on, but still unfair.
Well, behind the Frozen soundtrack, at least.
Yeah, Frozen was cheating.
To new mainstream levels of fame. But at the same time, she was in a feud with Kanye West and publicly disputing.
Didn't her and Kim Kardashian have beef? Didn't they have beef? Side note. The crazy thing is, she's probably standing, and then Kim is just, they're both probably just standing, but the height difference is crazy. How tall is Taylor Swift? Well, no, we know Taylor Swift's height. She's 5'10". We know that. How tall is Kim Kardashian? She gotta be like 5'0", bro. Like, there's no way that she just towers over you like that. She's 5'2". Wait, then how tall is Kanye? Because he doesn't look that much taller than her. He's 5'8". Shit, damn. Hold on. I just wanna... Damn! Bro, on everything, swear to God, bro. So if I was to ever take a picture with Taylor, bro, this is exactly how I would look. Me and him are the same height. Like, yo, it's crazy. It's crazy how much taller she is to them. And this short man was just stealing her fame. But right here, they look like they were the same height for a second, but he's probably wearing boots. It looked like he's wearing Timbs. But damn, that's wild, bro. I did not think I was gonna be that much shorter. And it made me feel tiny. Like this picture alone makes me feel tiny. Like, hold on, we could use this as like the thumbnail, bro. Wow. Okay. Let's get back into this video.
In a feud with Kanye West and publicly disputing with Nicki Minaj and Katy Perry.
Wait, they had
Her
beef?
music was much more aggressive, and she was...
Katy Perry and Taylor had beef?
not afraid to speak her mind and call people out. Even worse, in 2016, when she chose not to endorse Trump or Clinton, the far right saw this as support. They deep dove her lyrics, pulling samples that backed their values and dubbing her as their so-called Aryan princess. Public feuds, disputes with your friends, and being claimed by the far right. What a combo. So in 2019, she put out her final pop album, switching from fast, upbeat songs to slower, happy music with her album Lover. Now, we already talked about how she went on a tear releasing new music during the pandemic. She put out 2 albums in 2020, Folklore
I have
and
no
Evermore,
idea this. I don't think I know those.
Folk music. Most of her fans love this, but her change-up definitely shocked some of them and brought her some hate as well. And her latest albums, Midnights and The Tortured Poets Department, lean fully into this.
Whoa, wait, isn't that Post Malone? I said that's his name, right? Post Melon. Yeah, there we go. Hold on, ain't that the shorty from Euphoria?
Midnights and The Tortured Poets Department leaned fully into this phase. But the thing is that throughout this period, music isn't the thing that brought Taylor hate anymore. Let's face it, she has 748 award wins, 1,200 nominations.
Oh my God, I did not know she had that much. Jesus Christ, that is a lot of success. All right, I can see why you got the haters. They just mad. They mad.
And 14 #1 albums in her career. She's at the center of attention, and that's what gets her the hate. But that was just the start.
That makes sense.
Over the last year, her hate has transcended into conspiracy theories.
Why?
Back in July of last year, Taylor Swift started dating Travis Kelce. After coming out of a 6-year relationship, this one sort of flew under the radar for a few months until she
Who is that guy? Who was that guy she was just hanging up on?
After coming out of a 6-year relationship.
Who was this 6-year relationship, man?
This one sort of flew under the radar for a few months until she was spotted at Travis's game with his mom cheering on the Chiefs.
Oh, wow.
After the game, Taylor and Travis were seen leaving together, heading to dinner. Now, I'm mostly disconnected from what's going on in pop culture, but even I heard that this was happening. And that's because since day one, there have been conspiracies that this relationship isn't real. The initial rumors were
you know what? Actually, I do remember hearing one of those rumors during the most recent Super Bowl, when it was the Eagles versus the Chiefs. So whole time everybody was saying, boom, Eagles might be up. I think they were up 17 before the third quarter, right? They were saying, but like as soon as they come back from the Kendrick performance, Taylor's gonna be on the camera, and then boom, that's gonna make the Chiefs go crazy, and they're gonna make a crazy blowout of a century. And then the Eagles violated, and I'll tell you, bro, they violated the Chiefs so bad, and it's crazy. So like, I remember hearing this conspiracy theory on the radio, and I was like, oh, that's stupid. There's no way.
People thought that the relationship was a PR stunt to grow their fan bases, but this quickly fell apart once everyone realized that neither one of them needed the promotion. So soon, this shifted to a far-right conspiracy with a tweet from End Wokeness back in December. Taylor Swift has a cult-like following that would drink poisoned Kool-Aid for her. Music, entertainment, sports. Now they crowned her Person of the Year.
Okay. I don't think that's her fault. I think that's just certain people. Like, there are just bad people in a lot of fan bases. That's not the celebrity's issue. There are just going to be some people who just are toxic and they're just loud. I feel like most people who probably like her are just very quiet. Like, I have one friend who's super into Taylor. Granted, me and her, like, we don't really talk about it, but like, she's probably the only person I know who's super in love with Taylor Swift, but she doesn't like make that her personality. They're just people who are just like that. I don't think that's like a good quote. Like, well, not quote. I don't think that's like fair to say about someone. You know what I mean?
The next step Politics. If you don't think the regime has plans to weaponize her just in time for 2024, you clearly have not been paying attention. Comparing Taylor Swift to Jim Jones is a reach, I would say.
I agree.
But by just 2 months later, up to 1 in 5 Americans truly believed that Taylor Swift was a Democrat plant. So what is this conspiracy even claiming?
What?
Since 2018, Taylor has been an outspoken Democrat. And in 2020, Travis partnered up with Pfizer to encourage people to get vaccinated during the pandemic. According to a few different commentators, Taylor Swift is being used to interfere with the election. And her
I just think that's them being more adults. Like during the Clinton and Trump administration, like during that like election year, maybe she just didn't want to partake. Cause I mean, like she just was her early 30s, or no, she'd be like her late 20s. Like she just didn't want to, partake in that. Like there's a lot going on. We're just coming out of a pandemic. Like that's just too much. So I can, what I'm saying? Like just let her rock on that one, bro. That was doing too. No, actually that was during the pandemic. Damn, I don't remember anymore. What is this? What year is this?
Relationship with Travis was created by Biden to increase the amount of Democrat votes.
That doesn't even make sense.
Fans. But it goes a step further. The
I'm listening,
NFL
bro.
is also supposedly scripted so that the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, giving Taylor more airtime. And when that happens in the post-game interview with Travis, Taylor will step in to convince Americans to vote for Biden. This theory spread like wildfire across the right, with people
That's
like
wild.
Vivek, a former presidential candidate, even agreeing. But it gets better because they think that they right too. The Kansas City Chiefs did win the Super Bowl back in February, leading a lot of people to believe that the theories had come true. It had nothing to do with the fact that they won it the year before as well. As factually, the chances are that the Chiefs were going to the Super Bowl again anyways, and Taylor being there had nothing to do with it. But if you can attach your political beliefs to something that's going on in the mainstream events, then why not get your message out? So the question remains, if this isn't true, why does Taylor keep finding herself in the middle of these
bro, I'm trying to figure that out right now.
Believe it or not, this is nothing new. Conspiracy theories have targeted celebrities since the beginning of time.
You gotta hold on. Out of all of the celebrities he's about to just run through, he has to throw Michael Jackson in there. He just showed Elvis. We just paused on Elvis. He has to at least throw Michael, because I feel like to this day there was nothing that Michael really did. I think it was just his what was it? He was in a contract with I don't remember what studio it was, but they were in this feud, and I think the feud is what started this rumor about him molesting children. So I swear he's gonna have to throw Michael Jackson in there, because to this day I do think he was an innocent man. He talked weird around people, but I feel like his real voice was very like a lot deeper than what it really was. Like, bro, it's crazy. He gotta throw Michael.
And they get a ton of false scrutiny because of it. Taylor is just the scapegoat of these conspiracies.
Son.
They'd happen anyways. Taylor Swift may have unintentionally boosted the NFL's viewership by 20%, but regardless of her politics, her audience has started to expand more and more in both the left and the right. Zooming out, all of this is good for her too. Taylor Swift is a small town girl from Pennsylvania who was bullied and made fun of all throughout high school. Since very early on in her career, she's dealt with people who thought she didn't deserve her fame, or that her music was bad, or that she was overdramatic, and on and on and on. Whether she was gentle and kind or outspoken and loud, the hate never slowed down. In fact, as she chose to be less outspoken, the conspiracy theories only got louder. When you're in a position of authority, people will judge you and hate on you no matter what you do. When everyone is watching, they're all gonna have their own unique opinions.
Good point.
And Taylor just flat out refuses to let that dampen.
What video is this? What the hell is going on here? Oh, she got some muscle on her.
Her creativity or her message. People hate Taylor Swift because they can't get under her skin. The louder they get, the more she continues to rise to new levels of fame. And the Eras Tour is a great example of this.
Okay.
While everyone wants her to fail, Taylor is succeeding. Which makes me think, if people are gonna hate anyways, what excuse do you really have to
That's a good point, bro.
You're watching, which means you liked this video, and I want to share some exciting news with you. I'm gonna be posting.
Yeah. We gonna have to hit him with a like. We gonna have to hit him with a like. Cause that was a good ass video. I like how well informed it was too. That was 8 months ago. That was 8 months ago. So this is even after. No, this is before. Yeah. This is before the Super Bowl of Eagles versus Chiefs. So damn, that's crazy. How there would probably be like a follow up video to this. All right. Yeah. I think this whole thing is kind of blown out of proportion. Like it's just bad people, bro. Like it's just gonna be all bad people everywhere. Like the world runs on bad people, and I think social media really only pushes toxic people out there in our faces, and that they're more loud. Like toxic people are way more loud than just people like us. Like people who just like chill, just want to be in the background, just kind of watch everything go down. Like that is the issue with social media that I can agree with. But I don't think she really deserves the hate. I think she's just like a regular girl. Like bro, like she's just living her life. Now, calling it now, this is unrelated. I feel like she'll probably end up having a baby by like the end of the year, because I feel like everyone is pregnant for 2025, and now that Travis is off. And he's probably going into training right now, but you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, boom. Probably next week, she's going to announce a baby. But, all right, guys. I am going to go spend some time with my wife before I got to get back into editing. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.